morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning. It's the 27th of November, Saturday the 27th. This is the first chance that I've had to come here and do a video for you all. Work has been hectic as per usual, so what I've decided to compromise and make up for the fact that the last couple of weeks I've just been checking in with you all one day, and that's it, and just one video, is that I'm going to do like a daily reading vlog. I'll check in with you all periodically during the day today, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, very quick update for you work-wise. Things have been going really well for me, which has really surprised me, in fact. So the work has just been really interesting. It's been really busy, yeah, it took a while for me to find my feeding, but I finally have. And yesterday, Friday, really ended with a bang for me because I received some recognition in a major way and it just really helped me. So, to cut a long story short, there are certain limitations within the systems that we use at work, and my boss, so everyone has a team leader, so there's like 3 or 4 team leaders at work, and everyone all of us who work there, we're all kind of divided between those 4 team leaders. And my team leader, by the way, someone was watching out for me when my team leader was assigned, because my team leader is just fabulous. Any issue that I have, I go to my team leader and he's just amazing. So don't you love it when you're supported at work? It makes such a difference between when you are supported for what you do and appreciated and understood versus when all anyone cares about is the bottom line, the big dollar, the big buck, you know? Yeah. So anyway, I was talking to my boss about something because there are certain limitations within the systems, and I said to him, look, this is something that I'm struggling with a bit because we can't do this particular thing. Anytime this particular thing comes up in the job, I need to go and ask for help, and it comes up quite a lot. So my boss said, yeah, not a problem, I'll find out what I can do. And then my boss came back to me, so I said this on Thursday, my boss came back to me yesterday and he said, got some good news for you. Apparently he had a meeting, he had a client meeting, and this was this situation that I brought up. He brought up in the meeting, and because of what I recommended, they are changing the way that they do certain things at the company, and then they had their internal meeting with the company, and yeah, I was recognized as being the reason why we're making all these amazing changes. And then I received a prize of recognition, which was so lovely. My boss came to me and he said, I am so proud of you. I'm going to give you a prize. And I got a prize for it. And it just felt so nice to get some recognition, y'all. I mean, I've worked many jobs, but I've never felt as appreciated as I do right now. And it does make all the difference in the world. Have you experienced that before? The difference between the appreciation for the hard work and effort that you put into your work versus when you're not appreciated, and the motivation for your bosses or the higher ups is just the bottom line, the big buck at the end of the day? Let me know. Anyway, I am making my coffee. Oh, this is an electric kettle. Do all of you have an electric kettle? We literally plug this thing into a PowerPoint, turn it on, and 30 seconds later we have hot water that we can put into the cup. I mean, it's very convenient. I mean, the extent of my knowledge as far as making tea or coffee in the States is what I see on TV, and I see a lot of people, like, using the stove and putting, like, a pan or something on the stove to heat milk and whatever. So let me know. Do you all have electric kettles? Let me know. So I'm about to make my coffee and begin my read for today. Let's put up the book that I'll be reading today. This is a longer one. We'll have shorter check-ins as we go along. So let's put the book I'm currently reading up on the screen. It is the final book that I am reading for the month, which is this book, Antique Auctions Are Murder by Libby Klein. I hope I'm right. I don't have the book on me. Oh, it's actually right behind me. Because of course it is. And it is Libby Klein. Okay. I am 185 pages in, which is specifically up to the start of chapter 24. And not including the recipes at the back, this is a 434-page book. So still got a lot to go. I'm listening to it on audiobook at the moment, and there's about 7 hours left, but I'm doing reading sprints all day over on the Discord. So yeah, come along and join. I do it every weekend, which in American time would be Friday night and Saturday night, which is Saturday during the day and Sunday during the day Australian time. But wish me the best of luck. It's my final book for November, and then I get to jump right on into all of my Christmas reads to celebrate December. Alright everyone, I'm ready to read. Are you ready to read? Let's go. I'll update you all soon. Okay, it's now 11 a.m. and I thought I would come outside and just celebrate the fact that the weather is warming up because, yeah, we're going into summer officially as of next month. So, yeah, I thought I would celebrate being outside. Alright, so I was there. I'm now there in Antique Auctions on Murder, which is page 237. I'm up to chapter 30, which means I've read around 50 pages. Let's put it on the screen. So, one thing that I'm noticing with this book is that I am incredibly invested in the characters, which is a common thing when you've read a number of books in the series. You get to know them quite well, but for me, there's a difference between knowing characters well and being incredibly invested in them, and I find myself incredibly invested in Poppy. I love that she is our protagonist and that we get to see things through her eyes, because to me she does seem rather level-headed, which I do appreciate. I love Aunt Ginny. I love how quirky she is and how crazy, but in a good way, she is, because it really does mix things up from the seriousness of the mystery side, and so I am really enjoying that. As far as the mystery is concerned, I'm not a fan of it. It's not really intriguing me at all. It's not pulling me in, but everything else about about the book really is. So I think it's more the characters and following them and the situations they find themselves in that keeps me going with this particular one. The theme of this one, being called Antique Auctions on Murder, is antique auctions, and that's just something that doesn't really interest me much at all, I gotta be honest, but I'm really very much enjoying my time following the characters. And in case you don't know, Poppy runs this bed and breakfast, so in every new book we have these guests that come and stay in the rooms, and of course that causes a number of different side plots that go on in the book that do intrigue me as well, to see how Poppy, Ginny, and the biddies are going to react to it, how is it Joanna, I think her name is going to react, how Georgina is going to react. Always good seeing Detective Amber in the book. As much as I'm not so intrigued by the mystery itself, I do love seeing Amber, and I love the character growth between Amber and Poppy as well. So yeah, at this stage, I mean, I don't even feel like I'm halfway through. No, I'm not. So there's 55 chapters in this one, so what would the halfway mark be? Oh, actually, I'm over halfway. Oh my gosh, I have my phone sitting on something that's a bit unstable, and it's suddenly gotten a bit windy, so forgive me, I'm trying to hold this while I'm looking at my book. So, yeah, 30 chapters in, 55 chapters, I should be over halfway. Yeah, I'm just over halfway. So, yeah, very much enjoying everything aside from the mystery, but in saying that I'm not enjoying the mystery, I am enjoying everything that the characters are doing to do with the mystery. Like, I'm enjoying following Poppy and the biddies and Amber and whatever as they're trying to solve the mystery, but the mystery itself just doesn't intrigue me. Oh well, I'll come back and give you an update in a couple of hours. Enjoy the sunshine. I hope it's not too cold over there in America. We've had our winter. It's time for us to have a summer. I wonder how hot it's going to get. I'll see you soon. It's getting a bit windy. Bye, guys. It is now 5 o'clock in the evening, and I almost forgot to check back in with you all. Oh my goodness. I was just sitting down, looking through some of the lovely comments that you all have left me on here at the channel that I haven't responded to yet. Can I just take a moment? Anyone and everyone who has commented on my channel recently, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. My job, as I say, it's incredibly busy and there's a lot that I'm doing, and by the time I'm done at the end of the day, I'm just really exhausted. So a lot of my work to do with booktube takes place over the course of the weekend. So I do reading sprints and I respond to comments, I do my videos, all that kind of stuff. It takes place all over the course of the 2 days that are the weekend. So thank you for your patience in waiting for me to get back to you all when you do comment on my videos, and it seems like it takes a week or more for me to get back to you. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's place the book up on the screen. Here it is. Antique Auctions Are Murder by Libby Klein, book number 7 in the Poppy McAllister series. This is the most recent book in the series. The next one, there is another one. I can confirm that. And that's coming out next year. I think it's called Scary Dinners Are Murder, or Spooky Dinners Are Murder, or something like that. So there you go. But let's wrap up my thoughts and feelings, because I have finished this one, and this is the last book that I am reading from my SAS list for the year. So I'm done with my 2020 SAS list. Let's celebrate that. Yes. So 4 stars from me for this one. Yeah, not a lot really that changed since I last checked in with you all at about 11 a.m. this morning. I love the characters so much, but the mystery just really didn't intrigue me at all. I certainly enjoyed the first half of the book a lot more than the second half, because the second half was a lot more focused on the mystery that I wasn't enjoying. So that's just me. And I felt the length, as I have with the majority of the Poppy McAllister cozy mystery books. I mean, they're just really, really, really long, and I don't know. I will read the next one that's coming out. I love the characters too much. I'm way too invested in them. But I wouldn't mind if Libby Klein just, cut down maybe by 50 pages or 100 if she wants to be generous. Because, I don't know, if you've read any of the books in this series, do you feel the same way like me? It's when I'm getting towards the end that I really do start to feel the length. So now let's talk about what I'm reading next. Yeah, I'll grab it. Okay, so Antique Auctions Are Murder was the final book on my November TBR, and it's only the 26th of November today, so I still have plenty of time to read, and but at the same time, there's less than a month or whatever. I mean, it's the 26th today until Christmas. And so it's time. I want to get into my Christmas reads. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler for my TBR. The first book that I plan to read in December we'll put it up on the screen, is this book called The Letter by Richard Paul Evans. This is book number 3 in a series called the Christmas Box series. Okay, I'm going to now remove that and show you that now that I still have time in November, what I'm going to do is a reread of book number 1. The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans. So I read this book in December of 2020. I read book number 2, we'll put it up there, which is called The Timepiece, or just Timepiece by Richard Paul Evans, in 2021. And so then obviously the plan is for me to close out the trilogy by reading The Letter this year in 2022. All right, back to this one. So yeah, I still had time today to read, and I didn't want to jump right into The Letter. I wanted to enjoy the rest of this week, so I thought, hey, why not just do a reread of book 1 and 2? They're both really short. On audiobook, this one's like an hour and a half, and I think the second one is maybe 3 hours on 1 speed. So, I mean, they're really short anyway, so why not? But I love this. Very quick history thing from me is that many years ago, when I was a child, me, my mum, my sister watched the movie adaptation of this book, The Christmas Box, starring Richard Thomas. And I absolutely loved the film so much. It just, yeah, oh my gosh, beautiful film. And had pretty much watched it every single year since, up until, well, I will still watch it again this year, next month in December, because the movie is so beautiful. And it comes with so many beautiful lessons as well about love and life and all these different things. I love it so much. So when I found out 2 years ago that it was originally a book, of course, I jumped right in and purchased it. And I love the edition. It is an absolutely gorgeous hardback edition. Books 2 and 3 are way too expensive for me to justify, but I was able to get book 1, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, so the basic premise of this book is that we follow a man by the name of Richard something. I don't know. Another Richard. And Richard lives with his wife Kerry and their 3-year-old daughter Gemma in this apartment in New York. It's way too small for them. One day his wife comes across an advertisement in the newspaper looking for a live-in family to support a widowed woman. So they go for the interview and, spoiler alert, they get the job. So they live in with this widowed woman and help to take care of her and learn a number of things along the way. I am halfway through this book right now and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm listening to the audiobook edition because it is narrated by Richard Thomas, who you may remember from The Waltons. He was John Boy in The Waltons. So yeah, he's the main character in the film adaptation, and he also narrates the audiobook, which I love. Yeah, so it's been great being back in this world. I'm halfway through. Really enjoying it. So, what is the plan for me between now and December? Well, pretty much what I just spelled out. I'm going to finish the Christmas box, then I'll start and finish book 2, Timepiece by Richard Paul Evans, and then we'll hit December, I think it's like Thursday or something, and I'll start book 3, The Letter by Richard Paul Evans, because I am in the mood to get Christmassy. I don't do a lot of theme/holiday type reading, but I am very much someone who loves the joy and happiness that comes with the spirit of Christmas. Can I say that? Yeah, the spirit of Christmas, the vibe of Christmas, the joy of Christmas. I love Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of Christmas reads, and so I'm really looking forward to that. All right, now a little bit of a downer to end on. I do apologize, but I would much rather you all be warned than getting on into the next however many weeks for the remainder of the year and thinking, what the heck happened? This is going to be the last reading vlog for the year. And I know, I can already hear some of you going, no, but Mr. Francy, we want more. I understand. It's just that my video schedule is way too filled right now. So I have some videos that I need to do between now and December. And then in December, I traditionally every single year fill the month of December entirely with favorites and non-favorites, a bookshelf tour, my SAS list, my goals, all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's basically what is going to happen in December. So this is the last reading vlog for the year. So thank you very much for joining me on this journey with my reading vlogs this year. This year has been quite the year. My word, there's been so many highs and there have been some lows, and it's been quite the ride. But just thank you so very much for your support. And I hope, if anything, that you get some sort of enjoyment out of these videos, whether you listen to me talk about some of these books and you find them to be great recommendations for yourself, or whether you just enjoy the videos for themselves. I really appreciate it. So whether you've been here for a while or you've only been here for a short while, whether you've liked all of the videos or you've been commenting or not, just thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate this opportunity that I do have and recognize the opportunity that I have to be here on BookTube and to chat with you all about my reading, which is my #1 passion in life. So thank you all so very, very much. I can't wait to get the next however many videos it's going to be between now and the end of December out to you. But I will return with reading vlogs from the beginning of January. Until then, keep up your reading and don't let any sort of a book deter you. If a book is letting you down, DNF that sucker and pick up another one. And please do take on my advice with that one. It's not enough to DNF and say, I'll pick up another book another day. My rule, and this is just a suggestion, you do you, boo, but my suggestion would be, if you're reading a book and you're thinking, this is not for me, I'm going to DNF, totally fine. Pick up the next book you plan to read and at least begin the first page. That's what I like to do. I always like to have a book started, so that I have a project going. Because if I don't, then the next day turns to the next day, turns to the next day, and I still haven't worked out what I'm going to read. So that's what I recommend. DNF what you're not enjoying. Toss that sucker aside. You don't need that. There are so many books out there. Read what you love. But if you do, pick up another one. Start a new project. There are so many amazing books out there. So I hope you're enjoying your reading. And if you have any books that you have really enjoyed this year and you would love to give some recommendations, please do so in the comment section below. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, letting you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Please do be kind and love one another and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, happy reading. Bye, everyone.